Imagine standing on a vast, icy expanse, where the sound of crunching snow underfoot is the only thing breaking the silence. Antarctica, a land of extremes, holds secrets that few have laid eyes on. Did you know that beneath its glistening ice lies a world teeming with life, vibrant colors, and stunning landscapes? Picture towering icebergs, each one a masterpiece sculpted by nature, and wildlife that has adapted to thrive in one of Earth's harshest climates. But here's a thought. What if these hidden gems vanish forever due to climate change? The clock is ticking, and every moment spent in this untouched paradise becomes more precious. As we unfold the mysteries of this frozen continent, consider what stories these ancient glaciers could tell if only they could speak. Have you ever wondered what it feels like to stand in a place where the horizon is painted with hues of blue and white, unlike anything you've seen before? Each step reveals a new wonder, a reminder of nature's raw power and beauty. So, buckle up and prepare for an adventure that will ignite your curiosity and leave you yearning for more. Let's dive into the heart of Antarctica and uncover its hidden treasures, unique ecosystems, and biodiversity. As I wander through the breathtaking landscapes, I can't help but marvel at the unique ecosystems that thrive here. The endemic flora and fauna are like a secret world waiting to be discovered. I've seen species that exist nowhere else on Earth, each adapted to survive in this harsh, frigid environment. Among them, the Adelie penguin and the Weddell seal stand out, both resilient and emblematic of the biodiversity that characterizes this continent. But there's an unsettling truth lurking beneath the surface of this beauty. Many of these species are at risk of extinction, their habitats threatened by the relentless march of climate change. The changes in temperature have begun to impact not just the ecosystems, but the very fabric of life here. The melting ice is not just a statistic. It's a reality that affects the breeding grounds of seals and the feeding patterns of penguins. I've witnessed firsthand how the delicate balance of life is increasingly disrupted. The once stable food chains are becoming fragile, and with each degree that the planet warms, the survival of these unique species hangs in the balance. It's a stark reminder of how interconnected we all are, and how the plight of these animals reflects broader environmental challenges. As the ice retreats, I've also seen the emergence of new species that are attempting to take root in a changing landscape. It's fascinating yet alarming. The introduction of non-native species poses its own set of problems. I often find myself pondering the consequences of these shifts. Will the ecosystems adapt, or will they crumble under the pressure? Each visit leaves me with more questions than answers, fueling my desire to learn and share these stories with others. The impact of climate change doesn't stop at the species themselves. It permeates the entire ecosystem. Coral reefs are suffering, ice sheets are thinning, and the once thriving populations of krill are dwindling. These changes not only threaten the species that rely on these ecosystems, but also impact global weather patterns and sea levels. It's a mind-boggling chain reaction that highlights the urgency of addressing climate change. I often feel a deep sense of responsibility to advocate for these ecosystems, to tell their stories, and raise awareness about the fragility of life here. In all my explorations, I realized that it's not just about witnessing the beauty of these landscapes. It's about understanding the intricate web of life that exists here. Each species, each ecosystem, contributes to a larger narrative about our planet's health. As I continue my journey, I carry with me the stories of those who are fighting for the preservation of this biodiversity, hoping that by sharing these tales, I can inspire others to take action and protect these irreplaceable treasures, geological formations, and natural landscapes. As I hike among the towering mountains and gaze at the vast glaciers, I'm struck by the sheer magnificence of these geological formations. The mountains here are not just rocks, they are ancient storytellers, etched with the history of our planet. Each peak and valley has been shaped by eons of geological activity, and as I stand there, I can almost feel the weight of time pressing down. The glaciers, with their brilliant blue hues, are like frozen rivers of time, slowly flowing and changing, reminding me that nothing in nature is static. However, it's hard to ignore the changes happening right before our eyes. The warming climate is not just a concept, it's a tangible force that is reshaping these landscapes. Glaciers that once stood proudly are retreating at an alarming rate. I've seen vast expanses of ice that have split and cowed into the ocean, creating massive icebergs that drift silently away. Each sight is both breathtaking and haunting, a visual testament to the reality of climate change. It makes me reflect on how these changes will affect the very identity of this region. Lakes hidden beneath the ice, known as subglacial lakes, are another marvel I find fascinating. They are like secret worlds, cut off from the outside for millennia. As the ice melts, these lakes are becoming accessible, offering glimpses into ecosystems that have been isolated for so long. I often wonder what secrets they hold and how the life forms that inhabit them have adapted to such extreme conditions. The scientific community is abuzz with excitement over these discoveries, but they also come with cautionary tales about the potential for disruption. The landscapes here are a reminder of the power and fragility of nature. Each time I experience the raw beauty of the mountains and glaciers, I'm reminded of our responsibility to these natural wonders. The changes wrought by climate change challenge us to rethink our relationship with the environment. It's not just about appreciating the beauty, it's about understanding the impact of our actions and the urgent need for conservation efforts. In my travels, I've come to appreciate the stories these geological formations tell. They are witnesses to our past and indicators of our future. As I share my experiences with others, I emphasize the importance of protecting these natural landscapes. They are more than just scenic views. They are essential components of our planet's health. I hope that by fostering a greater understanding of these geological wonders, we can inspire collective action to safeguard them for generations to come. Culture and history of expeditions are the tales from the icy expanse of Antarctica. It's fascinating to think about how explorers like Ernest Shackleton and Robert Falcon Scott braved the unforgiving elements, driven by an insatiable curiosity and a thirst for adventure. Shackleton's infamous Ender's expedition, for instance, is a gripping saga of survival. Stranded in the ice for months, his crew faced unimaginable hardships. Yet Shackleton's leadership and unwavering spirit kept hope alive. These stories are more than just historical anecdotes. They remind us of the human capacity for resilience in the face of overwhelming odds. Then there's Scott, whose journey to be the first at the South Pole ended in tragedy. His meticulous planning and scientific aspiration were admirable, yet they also highlight the stark realities of exploring one of the harshest environments on Earth. The contrast between his ambition and the cruel Antarctic climate serves as a sobering reminder of nature's might. These expeditions not only paved the way for scientific understanding of the continent, but also set the stage for international cooperation in the region. The lessons learned from their experiences still resonate today. When I delve into these narratives, I can't help but feel a connection to those early adventurers. Their courage and determination echo in the hearts of modern-day explorers and scientists who continue to study this remote land. It's a testament to our desire to push boundaries, to seek the unknown, and to learn more about our planet. The enduring legacy of these explorers has shaped our understanding of Antarctica and emphasized the importance of preserving its unique environment. Moreover, these tales serve as a bridge to the present. As we face climate change and its threatening impacts on Antarctica, we must honor the lessons from Shackleton and Scott. The spirit of exploration is still alive, but now it involves protecting the fragile ecosystems that these brave souls once sought to uncover. Their struggles highlight not only the need for exploration, but also the responsibility we carry toward the planet, especially a place as pristine as Antarctica. In essence, the stories of these expeditions are not just history, they're a call to action. They remind us of the sacrifices made in the name of discovery and the importance of safeguarding the very landscapes that captivated those early explorers. As I reflect on their journeys, I feel a sense of duty to continue their legacy, not just through exploration, but through conservation and responsible stewardship of our planet, sustainable tourism, and accessibility. When it comes to visiting Antarctica, the concept of sustainable tourism is paramount. It's easy to get swept up in the allure of adventure, but we must tread carefully in this delicate ecosystem. Responsible tourism practices are crucial to ensuring that we leave nothing but footprints behind. This means adhering to strict guidelines set by organizations dedicated to preserving the region's integrity, such as the International Association of Antarctica Tour Operators, IATO. These rules are in place to protect wildlife and minimize human impact, and they are essential for maintaining the pristine nature of the continent. Accessibility is another key aspect to consider. With advancements in technology and travel, more people are venturing to Antarctica than ever before. However, this increase in tourism poses its own set of challenges. While it's fantastic that more individuals can experience the breathtaking beauty of glaciers and unique wildlife, we must also be aware of the potential strain on the environment. Tour operators are working hard to balance the influx of visitors while ensuring that the landscape and its inhabitants remain protected. It's a delicate dance that requires constant vigilance and a commitment to sustainability. I often think about the transformative power of witnessing Antarctica firsthand. Standing before a towering ice formation or watching a colony of penguins frolic in the snow can change a person's perspective on the planet. This is why promoting responsible tourism is so essential. It helps foster a deeper appreciation for nature. When people understand the fragility of these environments, they are more likely to advocate for their protection. The experiences we offer visitors can ignite a passion for conservation that extends beyond their time in Antarctica. Additionally, tourism can make a positive impact when conducted responsibly. Local economies can benefit from sustainable practices, as the funds generated from tourism can be reinvested into conservation efforts. It's a win-win situation. Travelers get to enjoy the wonders of the continent while contributing to its preservation. This symbiotic relationship between tourism and conservation is essential in ensuring that future generations can experience the magic of Antarctica, just as Shackleton and Scott once did. Ultimately, the journey to Antarctica should be about more than just adventure. It should be a commitment to stewardship. As visitors, we have a unique opportunity to become ambassadors for the environment. Through sustainable practices and a focus on responsible tourism, we can ensure that this extraordinary region remains a beacon of natural beauty and wonder for years to come. Every step we take on that icy terrain should remind us of our duty to protect and cherish this incredible planet we call home. Climate change and its visible effects. When I think about the impacts of climate change, it's hard not to picture the vast, icy expanses of Antarctica slowly transforming before our eyes. You can almost feel the weight of the icebergs, each one a massive, floating testament to the planet's fragility. Over the years, scientists have documented alarming rates of glacier melt. And it's not just a matter of a few cubic meters of ice slipping into the ocean. Entire ice shelves are collapsing, and the consequences are far-reaching. It's a stark reminder that what happens in this remote corner of the world reverberates globally, especially regarding rising sea levels. As I reflect on the figures, it's staggering to consider how much ice is lost annually. The Fritz Glacier, often referred to as the Doomsday Glacier, is particularly concerning. Studies suggest that its melting could lead to a significant rise in sea levels, potentially displacing millions of people worldwide. Each time I read about it, I can't help but feel a sense of urgency. The ice is not just disappearing, it's a clear signal of our changing climate, and it raises questions about our collective responsibility to address these issues before it's too late. The impact of melting glaciers extends beyond just rising sea levels. It also affects ocean currents and weather patterns. As more fresh water enters the ocean, it disrupts the delicate balance that has been maintained for millennia. I often wonder how many more of these changes we can afford before we reach a tipping point. The thought of altered ecosystems and unpredictable weather patterns fills me with concern. Climate change is no longer a distant threat. It's happening right now. And Antarctica is one of the canaries in the coal mine, warning us of the challenges ahead. Research initiatives are underway to monitor these changes closely. Scientists from around the globe are coming together to study the effects of climate change in Antarctica. They are using advanced technology, including satellite imagery and underwater drones, to gather data on melting ice and its implications. It's fascinating to see how collaboration among nations can yield such crucial information. Yet, as I read about these efforts, I can't shake the feeling that we need to act more decisively based on the findings. Knowledge is power, but it's only effective if we translate it into action. In conversations about climate change, I often find myself reflecting on the future. What will Antarctica look like in 10, 20, or 50 years. The thought of losing such a unique ecosystem is daunting. The ice-covered continent is home to remarkable wildlife and a delicate balance of life that could be irrevocably altered by our inaction. It's a critical time, and each of us must consider how to contribute to the preservation of not just Antarctica, but our planet as a whole. The time for debate is over. It's time for change, and it starts with awareness and responsibility. As we wrap up this incredible journey through Antarctica, I can't help but feel a sense of urgency. These hidden gems, untouched and pristine, are treasures we must protect. Can you imagine a world where these breathtaking landscapes are just memories? Picture yourself standing on the edge of a colossal glacier, or gazing into the eyes of a playful seal, experiences that could disappear if we don't act now. But it's not just about witnessing the beauty. It's about understanding our role in preserving it. What can we do as travelers and explorers to ensure future generations can experience these wonders? Maybe it's about being more conscious in our travels, supporting sustainable tourism, or even sharing these stories with friends and family. So, I want to hear from you. What hidden gems have you discovered on your travels? Are there places you believe deserve more attention before they vanish? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe for more adventures that inspire action and awareness. Let's keep the spirit of exploration alive together. Until next time, keep wandering and keep wondering.